Hey guys, I'm Saion Gupta, founder at Tens for the Kids, and today you're gonna learn how to create progress bars in Python, and it's gonna be very sick. You need to fire up your Jupyter notebook because this is possible in Jupyter notebook. So do fire that up, and let's get started with the video. Alright, so here we have, okay, so it's not. Okay, so here we have our Jupyter notebook, right? Pretty cool. And we are gonna, first of all, I'm gonna go in documents, new. Alright, so here we have our new file just being created, and basically we are gonna use some a module named tqdm, pronounced tqdm. So we are gonna use tqdm module, right? So let's just go ahead with this. So first of all we are gonna do, okay, so first of all we need to create a progress bar. So first of all, what we need to do, install tqdm. So pip install, if we can do it here, tqdm. Alright, I think it's installing here. Yeah, so it's running over here, so it must be installing tqdm, but I believe I have already installed this. So first of all, let's just do from tqdm import tqdm. Okay, requirement already satisfied. If I run this, it runs successfully, right? So do not forget to install tqdm. Alright, and next what we're gonna do, very simple progress bar we are gonna create for I in tqdm range 10,000, right? 10,000 pass. We are just gonna pass, right? So let's see what happens. We have not given normal range, we have given tqdm. So we want to display this in a progress bar. So let's see. Alright, so it immediately just run it, right? Because it is 10,000, pretty easy. But let's do a million, right? Do you see the cool effect? See the progress bar. Okay, wow, this is so sick, right? So how is this happening? We just didn't give normal range, we are passing it to tqdm so that it can display a progress bar for the loop, right? And this was a pretty simple progress bar actually, right? So now we will move on to some cool code. So now we'll need another module. So from time we will import sleep, right? Then we're gonna define a function, right? X, I'll explain everything in a second. We'll sleep for the X amount of time, and then we'll return X, right? And then we have the same loop but 10 times, and we will not pass, but we are gonna do fun I. So this is gonna be very interesting. So if I run this, okay, sorry. So if I run this now, yes, this was the behavior we were looking for, right? And this should be executed in 45 seconds. 6. Alright, 7th. Okay, I hope it is quicker, but till then let me explain you the code. So what we are doing, we have a function, and in which we are sleeping for a certain amount of time, then we are returning X. So whenever the loop is done, right, one iteration is done. Okay, let's see, 45 seconds. So this was done in 40 45 seconds, right? Because what we did, we after every loop, so when we did first, we called fun I, we passed it 0, right? So we passed, so now we have divided it in 10 parts. So we have divided this progress bar in 10 parts. So now we have 10 parts of the progress bar, and every part will be one part will be like done when one iteration is done. So when one iteration is done, in one iteration we are calling fun, and we are passing it the time. So right now it is 0, so it will sleep for 0 seconds and it will return x. So it will basically go to 10%. Then second time we will have 1 second, we will pass fun 1 second, and it will sleep for 1 second and it will return x. So now it will move on to 20%. So after 1 whole second we will move on to 20%, right? And then when we pass it 2 seconds, after 2 seconds of waiting we'll move on to 30 seconds, right? Because this is divided in parts. When one iteration is done, its part is also blacked out, right? We can say blacked out or progressed, right? So basically when one iteration is done out of the 10 parts, so if one iteration is done in this loop, then one on whichever part it is, it completes that part, and it also tracks in how much time this hit 100% in 45 seconds. Because if you see 0 plus 1 1 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 should give us 45. So 1 plus 2 3 3 6 6 10 10 15 15 21 21 28 28 36 36 45. Yeah, so if you calculate this 10 parts will be done in 45 seconds, because in each part the time it is sleeping for is increased, right? So in the first part it was sleeping for 0 seconds, then it was sleeping for 1 second, then it was sleeping for 2, then it was sleeping for 3. So every part will be done after an increase of time. So after like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, every part will be done blacked out. I hope this was clear, I think. So now we will look into something new, right? So now we'll look into something new. So we have tqdm.notebook, right? So we have tqdm.notebook. So in this part we will use the tqdm.notebook module to show progress bars in Jupyter Notebook using IPython widgets, right? So first we'll just create a list of different colors, then use the loop to print the names one by one with a second delay, with 1 second delay, right? So we have added the wrapper around the list and it is displaying a multicolor progress bar. So let me show you this. So from tqdm.notebook, import tqdm colors equals, and you can give some random colors, or we don't need to give the colors, but I'll just give it to you. I'll explain why we don't need to give the colors. Blue, green, yellow, and I'll just alright, yellow, and then some more colors, right? Pretty cool. Next we are gonna do for X in tqdm colors. Alright, so this tqdm that we are importing is different from the one that we were importing from tqdm. So over here we are importing from tqdm.notebook, but before we were importing from directly from tqdm, right? Pretty cool. And then we are just gonna sleep for 1 second, and then we are gonna print X. So you see this will be a bit different. Alright, so now you're thinking why these multicolors are not coming. So you don't need to give colors exactly. You can give anything. Sorry about that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 0. Right, so let's run this. So we'll get blue and green. Right, so we didn't have to give any colors. So what, let's just see what we are doing. We are importing tqdm from tqdm.notebook, not from tqdm, from tqdm.notebook. Then we have a colors list or whatever list you want. Then we have for x in tqdm colors, so we passed our list or iterable object, right, to tqdm. And we are gonna sleep for 1 second, and then we are gonna print whatever value is in our colors. So it was for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0, right? And this will happen all after 1 second, and because this its length was 10, our progress bar was divided in 10 parts, and after every second one part or 10% of the progress bar was done, right? So basically over here blue and green are coming because blue and green colors are coming because we have imported tqdm from tqdm.notebook, so it's default to show it in blue and green colors. But if we had created a colors list over here, it did not matter. We could have created any list over here, nums, and we could have passed nums to our tqdm. So this would do the same thing that we did with the colors list. So the colors are not showing that the colors list is not the reason for different colors. The reason is tqdm.notebook. Over here this is just telling in how many parts you should divide the progress bar and in how many seconds the whole thing will be completed. So this is very cool, guys. Next we have multiple progress bars, right? So let's show multiple progress bars. Alrighty, so this will be very cool now, right? So we are gonna go in some very cool stuff now. So let's create multi-loop progress bars to mimic machine learning model training. So first of all, we are gonna use trange. It is the combination of tqdm wrapper around range function. The outer loop will run for 10 iterations with a 0.01 delay. Description is used to label the progress bar. Okay, so I will display it before the progress bar, right? So we'll display it before the progress bar. The inner loop will run for 10,000 iterations with a 0.001 delay, right? So let's just write the code first and then let's understand it. So we are gonna use tqdm dot notebook. Alright, so we are gonna use tqdm.notebook in this also, and we are gonna not import tqdm, but we are gonna import trange, right? We are gonna import trange. Then we are gonna do for I in trange 10. Okay, sorry if there's any disturbance, right? And let's just write the code first and then I'll show you. Training model on 10 epochs, and then we're gonna sleep for 0.01 seconds, and then we are gonna do for x in trange 10,000 description equals to f. So we're gonna format epoch, and then we're gonna give I. Alright, so mismatching of quotes over here, and then we're just gonna do sleep 0.001. So if you want, you can pause the video and tell me the result, but I'm gonna run it now. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is our main training model on 10 epochs. When one epoch is done, then look at what, and yep, 10% of done. So 10 epochs will we will run 10 this on 10 epochs, and when each epoch is done, 10% of our training model on 10 epochs will be done. 10% after every epoch is done. So let's understand this. We have imported t range, not the kadam, and we have passed t range 10, right? So this is saying that run this 10 times, run this loop 10 times, right? This loop will run 10 times, the outer loop. We are gonna sleep for 0.01 seconds before starting the next epoch, and then we're gonna loop on t range once again, and this will loop for 10,000 times now, right? And the description will be epoch 1 epoch, and the on whichever epoch we are on, right? And then we're gonna sleep for 0.001 second, and after sleeping for 0.001 second, it will go a little bit forward, the progress bar. So after 0.001 seconds, the progress bar will increment, right? So after 0.001 seconds, the progress bar will increment, and when this whole loop is done, it will go back over here, and then 10% will be successfully done, so it will increment it on the main progress bar, and then it will start another epoch. I hope that's clear. If it isn't, then do rewind the video and it would be completely clear. Now we can also use the column for data science, right? So how can we do that, right? So basically we are gonna use the pandas data frame and the progress apply, and use progress apply to apply functions through the data frame with the progress bar. So over here we are gonna use the pandas library. So if you don't know about it, you can skip this part, or you can have a quick tutorial on it also. I believe I have created one. If I haven't, I will very soon create a tutorial on the pandas library also. Alright, so first of all we need to load the data set, right? And that we will do, we will import a data set from Kaggle. So over here you can see we have hotel booking, right? So this is our data set, and we'll download our data set, right? This is a CSV, and we're gonna download it. Oh my god. Alright, now let's download it. Now we have downloaded our data frame. Now let's go to localhost 888. That is our Jupyter notebook. Then from downloads, in downloads, where do we have it? Yes, here it is. Alright, now we will move this from this to documents. Move, right? So we now have it in documents, I believe. So here it is. Oh, the CSV was already there, but you can I'll provide the link in the description for the data frame, right? Now what we are gonna do, we are gonna import pandas first. So we're gonna import pandas as PD, right? Then we're gonna create a data frame, pd.read CSV. So we're gonna read the CSV file, hotel booking dot csv. Then we are gonna display the head, that means the top 5 rows. So no taqdm right now, just normal pandas. It's running 5 4 3 2 1. It is running right now, but we'll see the top 5 rows of our data frame. Excuse me. Right, so next we will use taqdm, right? So you can see the data frame over here, so we are getting a lot of stuff. Alright, so over here whatever we are getting, the hotel, resort hotel is cancelled 0, lead time something, arrival date year 2015. So this is a pretty old data frame or data file, right? In the month of July, arrival date week number 27, they all arrived at 27th, arrival date day of month 1st, stay in week and night 0, stay in week nights 001 hours, and this is a lot of data. And over here, this is important now, we have the names. So Ernest Barnes, Andrea Baker, Rebecca Parker, Laura Murray, and Linda Hines. And we have their emails also, their credit card numbers also, and the phone numbers also, right? Now we are gonna mostly work on these 3: name, email, phone number, and credit card, right? So let's just move on with it, and let's just use taqdm. So in this part we will create a new column username. So we're gonna create a new column username using the customer's name. So taqdm.pandas to initiate progress bars for pandas data frame. Now we will use taqdm.pandas. We will also add the bar label processing the name column. Username function lowers the string and replaces the space with dash characters. So the username will basically lowercase these names, and the spaces will be removed and replaced by a dash character. Applying function to data frame using dot progress apply. It is similar to apply function. For map function you can use, okay, so this is not important right now. Display the top 3 rows. It will display the top 3 rows. So first of all, after importing pandas, we also have to import tqdm from tqdm import tqdm, right? So we are not using the notebook thing, tqdm.notebook. We are just normally using tqdm taqdm, and we are gonna initialize taqdm.pandas, right? And we are gonna give the description processing the name column. Very cool. Next we're gonna define the function username, and we'll get some text that will be the username, and we are just gonna return text.lower. We are gonna lowercase it, lower, and we're gonna replace the space with a, alright, so we're gonna replace the space with a dash, right? And next we're gonna do df, and then we're gonna create a new field username in our data frame, and that will be equals to df name, right, name dot progress apply. So we'll apply the progress, and username. So what is gonna happen, this is gonna apply this function for this property. So what this progress apply is essentially gonna do, it is, we didn't have to use a progress apply function, right? So I have gotten an idea, but basically this is doing user, it is passing username this field's value, right? And we're just gonna display the head and the top three, and it's done. But alright, so sad to see the typos. Alright, done processing. And yep, so if I go in here, I can see username, and this is Onus Barnes, lowercase and a dash with it, Andrea Baker, lowercase and with a dash, Rebecca Parker, lowercase with a dash. Now what we could have done, but that may not show that progress bar, so we could have done this also. Alright. Alright, so this is something that series object and it does not have a property lower. So basically we are doing that on the name we get, apply the progress and pass this every name to username, return it and save it in username, right? So this is a very cool function and it will come a lot in handy, right? So now we have parallel processing utility. So what's this? tqdm is not just a progress bar for loops, it also offers utilities such as tqdm.contrib.concurrent, right? So I don't think we this is kind of advanced right now, so we will not do it right now, the concurrent features. But this was it guys for the video. If you want the concurrent features, I'll create a separate video for it. But thank you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.